Yes. Good night
Blessed
to you and you
night,
and you.
everybody.
Welcome to the Music Box with TNO Sound right here on Win FM 98.9.
Oh, yeah.
Button in the building.
That's what you already know.
What going on, my people, the viewers, the listeners? Hope your weekend was great, awesome,
Oh, yeah.
in all good health and strength.
Most definitely.
What going on, the wood?
I good.
How was your weekend, man?
Usual. Well, hustle. You don't know. Had a little relaxation on the bed,
Yeah.
In a while.
Yeah, that's how we go, man.
Yes,
Don't forget Vince, the man,
Sachin.
our technical producer behind you.
Big up, yeah. Big
Up yourself, brother. Yeah. So we
Yeah.
let the people hear your voice, man.
I want to say good night to everyone.
Let me get some music in the background in the headphones. So it's December now. We in December.
Yeah, man.
And things supposed to be keeping, but
Allegedly.
we're gonna divert to that a little later on down in the show.
Yeah,
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the ASAP band will be in the building.
Oh, yeah.
In the hot seat, chopping it up with us tonight. And you ready to dig into this now?
Well, let me get this thing started.
Time running tonight, man. Time running. So it's been a very good weekend, Rasswood. I won't lie. TNO Sound was outside for a bit.
Okay.
Played by 2 gigs. No, fearless. We shell it still.
Which way you play? You just said 2 gigs. We even know where you play.
we shell it, man. So let's jump right into our first segment. It's called Outside the Box, where we bring you entertainment news from in and around the vicinity of internationally, locally, and regionally. So let's take a trip down to Jamaica. Jamaica Jazz and Blues Festival to return in 2021.
That's
I know that the jazz festival there is real big. A lot of international artists, and give me some more music in the headphones. Yeah, man, give me some instrumental, man. What Jamie got? Jamie, come on, Jamie. Good man in the place. Yeah, so the Jazz and Blues Festival returned after 4 years hiatus. The Jamaica Jazz and Blues Festival will return in a virtual format January 28th to the 30th, 2021. Organizers have announced. So you don't see how things playing out. Everything going virtually now.
Of course.
Stay home and watch the thing them.
I mean, as you said, after a 4-year hiatus, it's just necessary to just use this platform now. It's much more cheaper.
Yeah.
So, try to build it back and try to get back and forth to what it once was. This is a good move. It's a good move.
Definitely, it's a good move. You know what I mean? And you've seen streaming numbers now and views going up when they have these virtual shows. So it ain't like people ain't tuning in. They are tuning in to the virtual events. So the event, which is renowned for its rich music and cultural offerings, is now licensed to Adrian Allen of Steady Image in partnership with Marcia McDonough of Touchstone Production, both original members of Jamaica Jazz and Blues team, with years of experience in various aspects of production. So,
Hold on. Let me fix me here. Sorry.
All week I hear people talking about Rasswood pink here, right, Vince?
It's purple.
And he's saying it's purple.
No, violet gem.
I don't know what color it is, bro.
Violet gem.
It looks pink to me.
Well, when it fade out, it can look pink. But I mean, that's on your, that's your problem, not mine.
Yeah.
Mine. And ladies like it too.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's so cute. He's so nice.
You're the guy.
I like the purple.
You like the purple?
I like the purple.
The listeners probably wondering, like, where's the Mav? The Mav is still out.
Yeah.
He's still out.
As we said before, he was going through nothing too serious, but We just wish him all the best. Where we want him back on the show. He's good.
Mm-hmm.
He's in good condition right now. So you're gonna get to see him pretty soon.
Pretty soon.
Pretty soon.
Right. So let's dig right back into it. Wrap up this one.
Yeah.
Organizers have promised that the 3-day event will deliver a spectacular digital presentation across multiple platforms featuring local and international acts totally for free to viewers. The Jamaica Jazz and Blues Festival has over the years featured a number of international music stars including Celine Dion, Air Supply, Lionel Richie, Mariah Carey, Babyface, and Diana Ross.
Wow.
Yeah, heavy hitters.
By heavy hitters.
Heavy hitters.
Bandy droppers.
Yeah. Let's start with Hatman's. Hammonds.
Governor, Govy
Yeah.
Gov.
Convo Part 3. I know he kind of called out busy signal in the video.
Yeah, like a little clash.
Like just a little, but the jab was directed to him.
Okay.
You know,
That's interesting.
So for those who don't know, Governor, he has a 3-part series of Hammond's convo.
If you don't know what it means humans and monsters are not the same.
Yeah. So there you go, Biggs. Biggs, you had the point tonight, man. All right, so Governor's final installment of Hammond's Convo sequel ends with a bang and some shots at busy signal. Earlier this year when Governor released his album, Hammond's, Human and Monsters Are Not the Same. The namesake track, Hammond's Convo, took off like a rocket. Since then, Governor has launched a follow-up to the explosive hit, and now he has released the final missile. For fans who have been following the convo, the newest visual do justice wonder to the story highly anticipated end. So you see where you had Wicked Man Chris in it, and and then Chris was dreaming that
all this happened.
Yeah, that all of this happened, and then Governor came in and said, if you find any boy with his wife, and and it was Chris in the end.
Wow.
But then it was a dream.
So it was a dream. It did a dream. Wow.
Yeah, it indeed was a dream. So the music video that wraps up with the enthralling twist has gone more viral than any of its predecessors and may very well surprise million viewers in he surpassed a million views in less than a week. So
that's a good vibe.
Yeah,
that's a really good vibe.
Yep, definitely. Importantly, fans are content with the resolution of the sequel, which brought certain form of this closure to most. In the closing track, Governor even addressed some recent social media mix-up that he stole another artist song.
Stole an artist song?
Yeah.
That's not right if that's the case.
I don't know.
I don't know neither, but I don't want to believe Govy can do something like that. Too much lyrics in that guy there to teach people song, but I don't know. Some artists they take a little bit of inspiration from other artists.
Right.
I don't know. I know the way that artists.
Yeah.
But we ain't gonna touch on them things there. Them things that cost money.
Oh yeah, definitely. Bob Marley's guitar sold for over US $150K at an auction in California. So you see, these people pass and gone and still making money. What do you feel about that, Vince?
I feel like I supposed to be able to rest down the guitar there in the side of my house and music is over there. You know what I'm saying? 150K,
Yeah.
Jamal.
Yeah, what do you mean? That's Monument's goal, sorry. That's
true, but
that's entertainment goal for certain people.
That's all, like when I see them things, that's all I just say honestly, wow.
Right.
It's the value from the artist,
Yeah, because for example, like if Michael Jackson glove was the auction, You just have to sit and say, wow.
And people will spend it.
Mm-hmm.
People will spend. We've seen this plenty times. I think he had a couple. I think Kanye West had a shoe at one point. He was going for like 30,000, 40, 50,000, like a pair of shoes. Just because he's an artist, he either produce it or put a little autograph, and the value gone up to like 10,000 more. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be like that. I want to sign a shoe and it come up to $1 million. Basically, I'm gonna sign more 10 shoes for you. And just put them at eBay.
But you see, he sold more items as well. He said that Bob Marley owned 7 guitars throughout his lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
His 22 series Washburn Hawk sold between US 1.2 to $2 million for a guitar.
Damn. I mean, the body of work that Bob Marley produced, he paved the way for a lot of artists.
Mm-hmm.
Dancehall, reggae, even Afrobeats, all of that is a part of reggae, that kind of freeness, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That free energy, be able to say however you want, talk about the system, talk about your life, family, party, it ain't matter. It just got vibes when it comes to reggae, and Bob Marley did that. He created that.
Right,
So,
definitely.
it's only fair.
So, shout out to whoever bought that guitar. You just own a piece of Jamaica gold.
Yeah,
So,
that's well put. You want a piece of Jamaica right there.
yeah. Let's talk about the feud, the mix-up over the weekend. Major Hype and Miss Kirby.
You mean Major ex-wife?
Yes.
Nobody know her. Sorry.
I mean, yo, the lives was just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely shed some light to a lot of things. She basically just choked the whole, he's an abuser.
Mm-hmm.
He like to beat women.
Mm-hmm.
Try to tarnish the man name. Cause once you name in them things, that's it.
That's true.
And the whole society write you right off.
For real. But then he even had an article stating that he also started to lose his Instagram followers.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Like, people don't like hear them things,
Definitely, and especially if you're making a name for yourself.
Exactly. So I'm glad he addressed, a lot of things.
But you see,
let's
just do this part right here.
There we go.
So we don't really know what was happening behind closed doors.
No.
Right? So you could come out and say you get a nail dig in your foot. How certain that is a nail dig in your foot? I could come out and say a nail dig me in my foot, though.
Mm-hmm.
But how certain is that I get a nail dig in my foot?
Yeah, but the next thing you have to have is evidence.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're passing on information, you must have evidence. And he had clear evidence.
Yeah,
a lot of clear
the
evidence.
text messages and stuff like that.
Text messages and the pictures and the videos and
Right.
the videos of her doing things and videos of, a lot of eggplants, so on and so forth. Like, the sheer disrespect, dog. Like, and you want to come do the man that?
Well, yeah. So let me dig into the article. The former fiance of comedian Major Hype has made numerous allegations against him on social media. The allegations were leveled against the popular Caribbean impersonator and comedian when the woman Letitia Kirby took to Instagram on Wednesday. She followed up with another video on Thursday after a video of her having, sexual content with another man surfaced online. In the first video posted on Wednesday, Kirby, without identifying her abuser, spoke about her ordeal. That is her end. And we know who the abuser was because she came out and said,
Okay.
And she even had pictures with her eye. I don't want to say black, but
Yeah.
a kind of different color there.
Yeah, it was indigo. Indigo.
Indigo.
Yeah, it was indigo.
So then, Major Hype, he did his live on Friday, I think.
Yeah.
Major Hype has declared that he's not a woman beater days after his former fiance accused him of being violent towards her.
Yeah.
He quote, "I still love Corby
Wait,
and
Kirby or Kobe, boy?
Kirby.
That was like Kobe.
Kirby.
Yeah.
You know, Caribbean twang that. We say Corby.
Kirby.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, see, I do it. Like, maybe like.
Yeah. You know, breaking his silence via Instagram to address the allegation from Letitia Kirby.
Mm-hmm.
Sound like Kobe, right?
Yeah.
So he's saying, he went on saying that I have no reasons for that. I'm not a woman beater, and I never thought about being a woman beater. But remember, when he said that, when he came to St. Kitts and the altercation happened,
Mm-hmm.
he said, he got lash in the head. Got lash in the head.
It's a lot of things that happened. He was just like,
there's a lot of different view and the incident, right?
Mhm.
So people might have their own opinions against it.
yeah.
Because somebody might say, but me want a woman back me, and you know, and them things, because it's kind of frowned upon that.
I don't think nobody should be hitting
Right.
anybody, you know.
You know,
I mean,
abuse is abuse.
abuse is abuse, and that's where like people need to draw the line of what is okay, what isn't okay. You know, just
Mhm.
because, you know, by society, you know, women are generally weaker
Hmm.
than men. I mean, by right, I mean how the body structure and so.
Yeah,
They also have to understand that ain't all man think that way.
right.
Man is like a natural thing. If you hit me, I'm gonna hit your back
Mhm.
automatically. 'Cause
But you
that's just
see,
the mindset.
but you see, sometimes we as society we take it as a joke, eh?
Yeah.
That even if anyone in the relationship is being abused,
Mhm.
we take it as a joke. We go and say, oh, them they love one another, you know, they're gonna go back together, this and that.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, abuse is abuse.
Of
It might not even take a force to kill one another in the altercation. It might be a little push, you trip, you hit your head, boom.
Boom. I even get a heart attack.
You know what I
because
mean?
Just your pressure just keep rising because it's just stress and emotion and anxiety. All kind of different negative emotion just building your body, killing yourself on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even let's look at it from a male standpoint.
Mhm.
Now a male is being abused and he go to the station. You know, they find it as a joke.
It is.
You know,
It is.
because like I say, it's frowned upon that a man would get abused from a woman, but it happens in society. It happens around the world.
That's what I say. Like things like that, you know, they allow, you know, a certain like a pass
Mm-hmm.
for certain behavior because of you know, what your gender is, even what your race is. To be quite honest, like these kind of things just need to stop. Like you don't hit me because you don't have the right to hit me. That is not your right. You don't hit people. You don't abuse people.
Right.
Whatever problem you have, you talk it out. If they want to hear, leave it alone. Simple. I mean, it ain't easy for everybody, but
Mhm.
you got a choice. you
Yeah,
know?
it ain't even like a sibling fight or not. You know,
No.
you're in a relationship.
Exactly.
It's totally different from being a sibling.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, brother and sisters fight.
of course. But they know, they understand that.
Yeah, they settle the difference. Yeah.
They see the difference. We
Some
just-
may not want to talk to one another at the end, but
Mhm.
you know, it's something.
It's something, and you know, it just shows that you got to get over certain situations if you actually care about the person.
Right.
You know, so for me, like people just you can't hold on to certain things, especially you know you really love the person, or you
Mhm.
really care about the person, or you really got a feeling for that person. Like you can't hold on to that kind of resentment, you know, because you can always change your way of thinking.
Right.
You know, how you deal with the person versus how you actually feel about the person. So you can hold on to that kind of negative energy. You ain't gonna move forward if you keep holding on to the things that hurt you in the past, or
Mhm.
that might dwell on you and might feel like you're gonna make the same mistake. We all make mistakes, bro.
And it's so a coincidence that
Mm-hmm.
something like this, you see it happening with a lot of celebrity nowadays.
They're human. People just need to remember that everybody is human.
Mhm.
You understand? Don't watch the fact that they have a status or
Mhm.
you know they have some kind of fame. They're just like us. Who were they before they become celebrity? Just like me and you. And they still like me and you. They just got money. You know what I mean? There's got fame and respect, but other than that, they'll go through the same issues just like us.
Yeah. So let me read the next part of the article. He said, stating that he loved Kirby and wanted the best for her, Major Hype denied all of his ex's allegations. In fact, he claimed he was the victim. So like we just said, man does be abused too. But we still can't take it away that woman don't be abused, because they do be abused.
Of course.
And there are many forms of abuse. It's just not physically.
No.
You understand?
Physical, verbal, emotional. There's so many ways of abuse. Like people don't even know.
So it's so funny. So as you said earlier, he also had facts.
Exactly.
And the article in return said as well, while admitting that he did go to Kirby's old phone because he was suspicious of her, suspicious of him, suspicious of her, suspicious of him. You understand?
There's a lot of suspicion going on here, why? So
listen again.
okay.
He was suspicious of her, suspicious of him.
Okay, I get you.
Means that he had suspicion that she felt like he was cheating.
Yeah, and I mean because he felt like
he felt that she was cheating. That's what he really meant.
Yeah, a lot of insecurities happening, but we don't know who cheated first. Well,
so he even remember saying that there was a sex tape going out as well. So he even denied the fact that he leaked any sex tape. You know,
like I said, I don't put my head on a block for anybody, but I mean, a major hype for his character is like, he has kids too, he has daughters, he wouldn't want anybody to do his daughters that, so I think he has some sort of compassion. I think he released them. That's just my opinion, eh?
Yeah, like I said, everybody got their own opinion, right?
Yeah, that's just my opinion.
So it says that turning the tables on Kirby, Major showed screenshots of conversation and images found on her phone, including one with a popular soca artist claiming he has to tell the truth. So she was cheating. You know, criticizing Kirby for airing her issues on Instagram, he asked, what was your real motive? To get followers? If you were healing, you would have taken real actions to heal. Counseling and therapy is healing. That is what I'm gonna get. And then he ended his life with the 23rd Psalm. And you know, social media cloning. Social media was cloning, bro.
Of course.
Memes.
Of course. These like people do this be like, I got about 10 memes down line up for this man here.
Right. So that's outside the box. What's happening locally? We just saw the virtual Calypso series wrapped up with Pro 10 ending it off there on Saturday. Okay. So this coming Saturday now, the senior Calypso Monarch quarterfinals is scheduled for 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. Yeah. I don't think they will be having semis this year. So whoever leaves quarter,
going straight to the finals. That's gonna be pretty interesting, because that just changed the whole format of how, you know, normally the Soca Monarch finals and, you know, the competition normally goes to. You know, I think it can create more artists being more innovative when it comes to the music, because they won't have a chance to build back, you know, like build back that energy from last time performance. Like, you know, you could come a little harder than. So you definitely got to come hard.
But what about the fact that there won't be any crowds? You know, some Calypsonians are, let's say, artists. You know, you go even harder when you do have a live crowd backing you. What you feel like gonna be the difference there?
I know for a fact that it's gonna be a challenge for them. You know, as you said, not be able to get that physical energy.
And
Is
the
that-
crowd
yeah.
response.
And the crowd
Because
response.
remember in the judging,
Yeah.
crowd response is one.
Of course. And I mean, I guess they will find a way to include crowd response through the means of social media, the comments or whatever the case may be.
Mhm.
And I just feel like the artists should just use their imagination,
Mhm.
just be as confident as they are on the stage when people are around, the same kind of energy they go. While watching an empty field, just imagine that it's just a crowd full of people just cheering on.
Right.
Yeah, so you just gotta bring a level of confidence to think that way. Once you have that kind of confidence, nothing could stop you.
All right. In the spirit of Christmas is streaming live right now. So those of you home and wanna catch it, you could log on to the Carnival page, and you could view in the spirit of Christmas. New video released by the man Jedos, Style them.
Yeah, man.
I saw the visual. It was
Really
real creative, I must say.
Really small.
So
Like
shout out to Jedos, and
Big up.
if any other artists releasing videos, you could hit us up, so we could give your content a shout out as well. This Sugar Mass season marks the 5th anniversary of the Stickle Drum Rhythm, and we all remember that rhythm.
Yeah, man.
That rhythm was Carnival, no doubt. The mastermind behind this cool groovy instrumental is Stickle Bennett, renowned keyboardist, bass player, and producer. Created in 2015, the Stickle Drum Rhythm quickly dominated the airwaves and ignited fetes and street activities throughout the Federation.
Right.
Across the diaspora and further afield, many of our top soca artists added their voice to the rhythm, each being unique in its own way, resulting in the Federation's first soca rhythm compilation. And he had like roughly at least 11 local soca artists on that. You had the likes like Matt Stoney, you had Dijon, you had Lax. A whole heap of people was on that, yeah.
Right. You basically said the whole soca regime.
I think you had Sugar Bowl, you had Bagnall.
Kitty had one.
Yeah,
Dijon.
quite a few. Quite a few was there. So that's what's happening locally. Let's talk about the arrogance of the entertainment, the people them who it is trying to keep it at bay in the entertainment industry.
I just don't understand what's really going on. It's like at one point you're telling us everything is under control, and then it's the next point it's just.
How do you really feel?
How do I really feel? I feel underappreciated. Feel like it's just they're just making you feel like it's just a waste of time being a part of entertainment.
And I feel like they don't understand the time, the funds that you invest in your events. So we in Sugar Mass right now. Look at what's happening.
Like
The little fringe activities is what people look forward to in Sugar Mass, separate and apart from the Queen shows and stuff like that. I feel as though the powers at hand, they're not being transparent with communicating with the promoters or the event organizers. They're not being. I feel like they're holding back information that we should know. And I'm saying we, as in the fraternity, the entertainment fraternity.
But it just shows the level of respect that I have for entertainment on our own. It's just like it's a joke. It's honestly a joke, because why is it that we have to be asking questions over and over, and when it's time to actually get the event pull off, or you're saying, oh, this is too much people, this and that, this and that. It's like you got the whole entertainment in confusion.
Yeah.
So it's like you're telling people take risks, but you ain't sure that you're gonna get your thing pulled off. And it's like, it's unfair, It's unfair, especially if you come to Sugar Mass. They said, there's gonna be a new direction, but it's like, why entertainment is still being treated so unjust. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I feel like we're moving backward.
We're moving backwards.
You know,
without any proper explanation, anything like we don't deserve that much. You know,
mhm.
as you say, there's no level of transparency. So it's like, what kind of value do you have when it comes to entertainment? When you look at entertainment as a whole, how do you see it? You see it as something profitable, or is just a waste of time, or is just a play thing, lot of noise and party and
And I
drink
feel
of
like,
rum.
and that's, you said it. I feel like that's what they're seeing it as.
That
And we all know entertainment comes on a different variety, a vast variety of engagement. You know, like I said last week, it can be therapeutic.
Oh.
You know, it helps put money in the small entrepreneur's pocket, the makeup artists, you know, like the vendors. And I feel as though this December is the height of the season where people see cash flow.
Of course.
And
Like I said, they need to understand the importance of how entertainment plays a role in the economy. When you host an event, you have to get staging, depending on if it's outside or inside. You have to rent an area. You have to rent either a club or a facility,
venue or something.
venue. You know, somebody getting money there. Lights man, that's the next set of money going there. Stage, equipment, artists,
yeah,
the
the
vendors,
the people who beat in face,
exactly,
the people selling clothes.
selling clothes,
The money is being spilled into the economy.
even spending food because, for example, Cooler Fed, you know, rum shops,
Yeah.
local supermarkets, big supermarkets benefiting from these events because people gonna spend.
No, not to cut you off, Raswell.
That's right.
We gotta understand that majority of the people right now are unemployed.
Yeah,
People looking little niche to do something. People being creative,
very,
and
very.
they're looking for something. Like, we gotta understand that some of us ain't working and ain't even getting a dime. You know. So some people look forward to the entertainment to say, "By yeah, gonna go down the road and sell some drinks." We can't even do that in town. This lot of this. We could go on and on about this, eh?
That's what I'm saying.
And I feel like the powers at hand, and who I hope they're listening. I hope they're listening, and I'm telling y'all killing the entertainment industry because you're not being transparent with information.
Exactly.
You understand?
How you gonna endorse entertainment and still hold it by its throat? You know, that's like beating a dog.
But they should have just keep us and lock down, like curfew. It make no sense then.
It make no sense. Like, don't waste people money and their time. You know,
Right.
Like, these people who taking a risk. You know? Entertainment is a risk. You know? Let me put a lot of emphasis on that part. You know?
Right.
Entertainment is a risk. 'Cause you could go, your dance could either go up and you could pay everybody and you get a little money in your pocket,
Yeah.
or you could go right down and you lose everything and you got to start back over.
It's a gamble.
It's a gamble. And
Yeah.
you know, for you to not see it that way, like people putting their whole cash flow on the line for one event.
Right. What about the bands who just buy equipment and hoping that when Sugar Man start, we gain enough gigs to pay back off for the equipment? They can't do that now.
Can't do that.
Much less go to the bank to take a loan
Exactly.
because nothing happening.
This is what we keep saying on the show all the time. Entertainment is a real job.
It is
You
a real
understand?
job.
It's a
And
real job.
I don't feel like they understand that. They feel
No.
they see it as a lot of ping, 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 a lot of noise, a lot of drunken people, but
Right.
man, you can't do that. You can't keep locking down things like that.
No, and I will tell you this much: if you say that you're going to create this industry, so people who are in the creatives could have a chance to actually make money, make
Right.
a career out of it, why are you stifling it? Why?
And they say entrepreneurship is the leading thing right now.
It is.
How you gonna tell me if I want to be an entrepreneur, go to development bank with my business plan, register my business, license my business, but yet I still can't pay back my bills when I take the loan from the bank?
Okay. Well, and then funny enough, how you gonna get a loan from the bank if you don't have actual capital at hand?
No, that's what I'm saying. So, and then today I saw so it's so funny, but I just want to like these people doesn't even think about what they're telling people sometimes. You know what I mean?
What you mean? Let me.
The press, the release that we saw from the Royal St. Kitts Police Force from the commissioner.
Oh.
You know, he urged people not to buy tickets ahead of time for any events, and I don't wanna misquote him, you know, but he was relating to something towards that. But how you gonna tell me that? How you gonna tell me as an event promoter? You know, sometimes it's the tickets you sell is what paying the bills to him.
Of course.
You know?
Of course. Like that's what I say. It's a certain level of dependency when it comes to entertainment. You have to depend on this. For this event to come off, you got to put in your all. You got to put in all this money and hope it come back over. Not because it's just the sake of, you know, what you're trying to build. But it's just your livelihood. And from time you understand that part when it comes to livelihood, this is what you gotta live after. You got to give the respect where it's due. You understand? People, how you gonna tell a man he's a promoter? He must try his best to be a promoter if you're gonna stifle him. If you're gonna hold him by his shirt and say, but you can't do what you want.
But not only that,
and you're paying tax.
You got a business license to operate too.
Exactly. That's your.
They understand.
That's where your cash flow comes from. That's your business.
You register, you're paying your tax for your business.
Exactly.
But yet you're still killing it.
You're still killing it. It's like what all of this here was put for. Like it was just for nothing. You know, you just make people feel like they could just have a little lead where, you know, whatever personal. I don't know how people think, but I feel like they just need to just be more lenient when it comes to entertainment. Me not got a problem with the borders closing here. If you ain't certain of how things run, you shut down the borders, let people live their life normal.
Like I said, transparency of communication.
Oh yes, it's very important.
It's very important. So the article here is saying that Commissioner of Police Hilary Brandy is sending a word of caution to potential patrons of various events that are being advertised. He's encouraging persons to ensure that that an event has approved before purchasing tickets. Right? And I just say, sometimes your ticket, what you're selling, goes in to your event, the organizing of the event. You know, a man might say, yeah, I gotta get this money up front first before I confirm with you for the event. You can't come give me a permit a day before the event and them things. And it's been happening.
Yeah, it's been happening.
It's been happening. So you got a level of uncertainty that I've already started planning for my event. I already started bookings for my event. But then you're going to come a day before or 2 days before to give me a permit? That ain't fair. What kind of fairness in that? Suppose you give me any day.
That's what I'm saying. It's like...
What about if you forget to give me at all?
I mean, like, I think things change over the course of time, but ultimately it's this. You know, just respect the thing. Just give the respect that reserve. Like
they ain't got respect for the entertainment industry.
Like literally, like if we have to take away entertainment in its whole entirety, like the place would just be dead. Take away football, because football is entertainment.
Yeah.
You understand?
Definitely.
Take away that. You take away, you know, shows, concerts, church. Church is a form of entertainment. Because when you have music, you have musicians, majority of the musicians them come from the church. You understand? So take away that form of entertainment from the people. What do you think gonna happen?
I don't think they
don't
understand it. They didn't understand. They ain't seen it.
They ain't seen it that way. And we as entertainers have to really take a stand and show that we have value and we have worth, you know. And the only way we can show it is if we come together and then we come to a common goal. It's just respect the thing. Treat it like a real job.
No, I know in recent times they spoke on the Ministry of Entertainment. We ain't hearing no word from that that ministry.
I don't know.
Is the ministry formed as yet? Is it in effect? What?
I'm not certain. Like I said, like I'm not certain, and it just like I said, it just goes back to the level of respect that they have for entertainment. And if they don't see it now, I don't think they will ever see it anytime soon. You know, because how you go from jumping and creating this industry, and then it just, you know, like it just fall on deaf ears. Like nobody's talking about it. There's no kind of introduction when it comes to the, you know, the whole implementation of the entertainment industry. There's nothing along the lines of that, like none at all. So, like I said, it just shows the level of respect that I have for entertainment, or lack thereof. But we ain't gonna get no more today. Then we get it.
All right, so we're gonna take a quick break and come back right here with the music box with TNO Sounds right here on Win FM 98.9. All right.
You're crazy and I'm out of my mind. 'Cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all the edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, I'll give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me. You give me all of you. Yeah. How many times do I have to tell you? Even when you're crying, you're beautiful too. The world is beating you down and around for every mood. You're my downfall, you're my muse, my worst distraction, my rhythm and blues. I can't stop singing, it's ringing in my head for you. My head's underwater, but I'm waiting for you. Crazy and I'm out of my mind. 'Cause all of me loves all of you. Love loves birds and all the edges, all the perfect. You got sunshine and the flowers, jealous of the power of you got. Reason in my heartbeat, we hit the bed but no sleep. Ooh girl, body like a blessing, say amen when you undress in front of me. Ooh, I would happily call you the better half of me. Yeah. Good loving wake me up in the morning, make it right before the lights up. Put on the pressure when nobody is calling, and make our face light up. We get the ratings from just how me performing. She know I got the right touch, and she no stop request me daily. My one and only lady, cause lately she knows her. I understand the body language you're speaking, a physical attraction. Little things you do, your temperature peaking. I'm loving your dimensions. They put together now the beauty revealing. You captured my attention. 'Cause girl, you got the real thing that I'm not getting in my feelings are so strong. You got sunshine and the flowers, jealous of the power of you got. Reason that my heart beat, we hit the bed but no sleep. You got body like a blessing, say amen when you undress in front of me. Ooh, I would happily call you the better half of me. Love so great, but I'm loving my happy day. I've been here all day.
you've been hurt. I know you're love shy. You don't have to say it, baby. It's gonna take some time. You got my heart in the palm of your hands. I swear it's gonna stay there, baby. Give me half a chance. You don't understand. No, before it takes up my plan, baby, I wanna be your sole provider.
Original is original, and I'm TNO, yeah, hear me, keyboard. Yeah, yeah, friend for life. I'll give some TNO
As I sing, I hope you listen.
Yes.
Oh,
Welcome back to the Music Box with TNO Sound right here on Win FM 98.9. And I'm your host, Button.
That's what.
And in the building, we got an ASAP band.
Read them up, read them up.
Big up.
What kind of Rolex?
I cool.
Let me
Yeah,
see-
man,
give me- Rolex mic.
Yeah. Okay.
You good? Okay. Just introduce you guys self.
Okay, I'm Rolex, keyboardist, programs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Deshan Case. I'm saying chauvinist and Deshan Case, aka Beast Mode, the drummer.
But I could get a nickname to you.
What nickname you got?
Man, I hear they call you Johnny.
Yeah, that's my nickname. That's my real nickname.
So man, that's
That's the stage now.
Johnny Bravo.
Beast mode. is
Yeah,
Johnny Bravo.
and the man in the hot seat, what's up?
Yeah, Brandon Cranston.
Uh-huh.
The faculty for the band.
And what your nickname?
Brandon.
Alright then guys, welcome to the Music Box. So just
to that.
just give us a quick reception of the band.
Okay, ASAP band.
First of all, what ASAP mean?
Is used loosely, but it used to mean when we first started, ambition supports all progress.
Nice.
Right, so once you have ambition, once you got the right support, you're destined for progress.
You see? Because some people who just say by name some kind of band and that's it.
So ASAP, holistically, that's what it means. That's our core values. So we believe in supporting one another, helping one another,
Right.
in order for all of us to progress.
And how many band members are there?
There's 5 to 6 of us.
Okay.
Namely.
Myself, Brandon Cranston.
Give me the nickname,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
I can't.
stage, man.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
I can't deal
I
with it.
ain't got a nickname. My name is Brandon. I could stick with that. Brandon.
B Mike.
On the vocals, and then we have, along with me, sharing the stage is Isti. Isti Richards. He's a very good singer as well.
Yeah, man, it's nice.
He used to be a part of the Lights Out band, Royalties, various bands in the region, and as well as we have Deshan Kane's Johnny, played with Small Axe and Collision as well.
Yeah, there's one here and
Yeah, and
Impulse, Crucial, that.
yeah, so we have Rolex, former member of Collision band as well, and also played with ABC, Akai Bagnall and crew. And then we have Roland, who's also one of the top bassmen in St. Kitts. I don't want to say the best or whatever, but one of the top bassmen.
Yeah, man, he's definitely nice.
Yeah, he's a very good musician, very serious. And we also have Addy, who's a guitarist for us as well. And then we sometimes feature different guitarists. So that's basically the core of the band.
Okay.
And then our sound engineer is Aknel Pemberton of Freedom Sounds.
Okay, then nice. Why the band was formed?
Why the band was formed?
Is it I would want to say is it the Rejects?
No.
I wouldn't say so. The real reason for the band to form was really COVID-19 pandemic. I mean, even for me, I always had like the liking for music, and so I was in a band when I was younger, but then things kind of shift direction for me, and then like I started to less appreciate the spotlight in the forefront.
Yeah.
And I started to get more behind the scenes and into production and that type of stuff, throwing events. And, you know, like I personally like to see people have fun and just exit out the door and go home and just, you know, like, okay, bye, everything went down smooth and I'm happy with that. But then, I mean, it's something I always had the interest in and used to do it for recreation. And last year for Glow Parade, we are actually organizers of Glow Parade as well, for those of you who don't know. Being in promoter mode, I was like, what can we do differently to everybody who would have a truck for back crawl? And, you know, I thought about it. I was like, you know, we have some instruments there, some little knock-up instruments. And we said, you know, I wonder if we could put a band on the road for, you know, for back crawl. And then Noel, a very good friend of mine and colleague as well, I said, yo, you will come play some rhythm for us.
And I mean, not to cut you off, but then I actually saw the band, but I thought it was just some guys farming around.
Yeah, we was at the time, we was actually farming.
At that point, it was just fun. It was just to make the back call and have fun.
It was just a Glow Parade promotion, and you know, I called the sound engineer and I asked him. I said he was providing just a sound system, and I said, you think you could facilitate a band if we have a band on the road? He said, sure, man. So I started to look around to see what all I have now, and then you know, he messaged a couple of persons. You're like, hey, you could come and jump for us. The man said, yeah, sure. So it was no practice, no nothing, and then we just went on the road, and then we sounded like a band, right? So we give it the name ASAP Band as a joke, you know. And then, you know, while we're going through the different villages, and so people were looking to see, but what band that deal? They said, it sound like this band, it sound like that band, but it wasn't none of them, you know. And then that's where it really started. And I had a great time because, you know, when you're organizing events and so you really don't get to have a good time.
Yes,
so
that's true.
Back crawl is usually the event for the team to kind of have fun and still do a promotion at the same time. So that is where it really started. And then, you know, Glow Parade happened. We didn't do anything after that. And then pandemic, I was in quarantine for 28 days. And the only thing that could basically keep me grounded was music. I had a little keyboard, a little MIDI keyboard, and I had my laptop with FL Studio and so I had some songs that I was working on, and you know, like just trying to keep myself occupied, and then being locked inside, and then there's so much going on the outside in terms of the world and so forth. It was crazy, and the only thing that you could have possibly turned to was music, and like he had elections, he had protesting in the US and that type of stuff. So you know, writing songs just about topics were going on and so forth, and then building out some music. And then after that, when I got out of quarantine, I was like a total different person. I appreciated almost every single thing that, you know, could have possibly been taken for granted, right? And I hit up the guys and I was like, hey, let's link up on the weekends and play some music. Because at that time, bands couldn't play anywhere.
Random link up.
Yeah, bands couldn't play anywhere, and events wasn't happening, so there was really nothing to do. The only thing you could do is go and see your family or whatever, that type of stuff, just after the lockdown. And then, you know, one time we come and we play a little, you know, wherever little rhythms that were there, and we just do a little something just for fun. And then, you know, weeks and weeks it turned into like a every Saturday thing. And then, you know, it was like, hey, the question was asked, like, you guys want to take this thing serious? And then, you know, we made some changes, and then we looked for, you know, who would actually want to be serious and, you know, pursue that type of stuff. And then we were like, okay, well, whenever the place open up again, we might be able to just play, you know, and anticipating that it would have opened up a little earlier. But I mean, here we are now. And then when the place opened up, we actually decided, hey, we're not gonna push anything. We're just gonna wait it out and just get some practice in. And then when we're ready to do the first gig, we did it.
All right, Johnny, give me a little background check.
Background check.
Yeah.
I could start, right?
Music. Like, tell me. Did you had a musical background, so to speak?
Well, as my father once told me, like his father used to play in a band back then. My father didn't know about music. First thing, he didn't know about music. But his father, he used to play in a band back. Some man really not to show know what the band
some
name.
years ago.
But yeah, long time ago he used to play
some
in a
years
band.
ago.
So he just walk out. That's where I get it from, because I actually started out as he said earlier. All musicians come from the church. So I started out in church, and then
Drumming.
Yeah, and then I get pulled, like, in what,
Out
2012,
of the
13.
church.
Yeah,
Out of the church.
yeah.
The good boys them don't ever stay in church, by.
Yeah. I get pulled with Noel and some other childhood friends.
No,
to
you was
start
in the
young
church
band.
though.
Yeah, you don't
Just
let him
not,
fool
just
you.
not, just not. Can we come out to you next?
Well, yeah, out of the
I
church, I
used to drum
come.
in church too, boy.
What's here now, boy? What was that here?
Yeah, we do an Impulse band. We started a band named Impulse Band in high school. Then I was like in different bands, Impulse, and next young band named Crucial Band. Used to play for Statics at point in time. Play for Smilex like for 9 months last year. Get to travel a lot with them too. In New York, St. Croix.
And how the experience was for
It
you?
was a good experience just to play with one of them big bands who actually start all of this and make all of this possible for us. Because it's them really paved the way. Smilex and Sugar Band they really paved the way for us, young artists and what's not.
So how did you feel when Brandon hit you up and asked you the serious question that, hey, we're doing this and it's for real?
Well, I didn't feel no how because it's all everybody who in this band either been in band together or been there before. Because even the same Impulse band, Brandon was a part of the same band. Noel was a part of the band. The guitarist was a part of the band. The bassman was a part of the band.
So it basically the team goes where the team goes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Basically, we comfortable with each other.
Yeah.
Most of us don't got chemistry with each other, so it was just like just a piece of cake. There's none.
Right. Rolex.
Okay. Well, started really on the art side. So I was the artist. My sister was doing music. That's like way young. To remember, could remember.
Right.
Then I used to go pick up keyboard still. So mom bought me a drum, and then I still used to go to the keyboard. After that, started doing a little now and again in church with Christian Nathaniel.
These church boys, man. Like,
Yeah, but I came from the church.
the good guys them back on.
Then
The pastor must works with that.
2012, 2013,
Yeah.
got the call for Impulse Band from another friend that I went to primary school with. And then that's when really I started making like the rhythm. I was doing rhythm before, but like started making rhythm with a purpose. So from the Impulse Band, then Collision,
How long you were with Collision?
3 years. 2017, I think it was. 2016, 2017. Yeah, because then that same year I did 2 albums for Impulse Band and still Collision that year.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Collision 3 years. Then I have gotten opportunities to like side fill in couple other bands here and there just to help out. And then me and Brandon, I worked for him for ASAP at a point too. And then even with the work being done, we still did music too. So I was always down the road because I live up the road from him, down the road by him with my laptop, playing music. So we were always
Connected.
doing the music just as a fun thing. And then he was like, "We can start a band." And I was like, "Okay, well, whenever you're ready."
Just randomly.
I up the road, I wait here. So let's just do it. And then it came about. Good vibes, good music that he do bring forward to me too. A lot of challenges for me too, as a youngster. And that's where I'm at right now.
All right. Brandon, what is the vision and the vision and the mindset of pushing the band forward?
Well, the vision is there. I mean, it's clear actually. I've had a lot of experience with working with bands before, and if I'm a marketer by profession, and if you were to ask me what is my favorite thing to market, it would definitely be entertainment. So whenever I get a challenge like this, it becomes almost like not even work. It just becomes like just pursuing a dream. And your imagination is wide, especially when you're in your comfort zone. So I could say that to say like event promotion and that type of stuff, advertising a band, they're gonna be like, a kid in a candy store.
Yeah.
Not saying that it's gonna be easy for me, but I gonna be having fun doing it.
Yeah.
And I could put a lot of thought into it because I resonate very well with the topic. And I mean, growing up, I always been into bands. Like the reason why I live in St. Kitts is because of the band culture over here. I used to live in St. Martin. I was born in the US, lived in St. Martin, and my grandparents' house was the actual practice hall for the New Boys band on the Bay Road.
Right.
So me coming to St. Kitts and hearing that and that type of stuff, I mean, being very young, I mean, I guess it was instilled in me from a young age. And that is where I was really introduced to a lot of the music. And my uncle, he was part of their management team. I think he was a manager for them at one point in time. And, he had a collection, a huge collection. And when I was in St. Martin, I came across a collection of CDs from that
Wax.
band, right? And to me, that's where it started. Like, if you could put some imagery to it, just imagine opening a treasure chest and you seeing a whole heap. Because I only had one album from them while I was living in New York, and that was People Sugar, right? So coming back, I finding things from the 90s, The Real Thing, all of them albums come up. So I basically had a collection of music, and my dad as well, he's a very prominent musician in that time as well. And so hearing music from home, and then hearing music, from all aspects of, St. Kitts and that type of stuff. And
Right.
I used to be in tune with ZIZ.
Yeah.
Right. While living in St. Martin, there was like this old music box, the oldest radio that you could think about, like, and it only had FM, AM, and FM, and only the AM band could have catch St. Kitts, doing Sugar Bowl on the radio and so forth. I used to be recording cassettes.
Come like everybody do that, man.
There used to be when the band them releasing, I recorded my cassette.
Sometimes you see when one of them stop talk, so I could get a clean
like,
set.
I would have come St. Kitts with the whole album, right? But my recordings them would have got like Sugar Bowl accent, like, so what was the inspiration behind this song and them kind of thing. So it was funny now to think about it, but like that's where it was back then. Now I mean, you can buy a CD, you got Apple Music, you got them type of stuff. So we ain't got to do them type of things. But when you go through that, knowing this is how much I love where you at that particular time, knowing the extents that you would go just to get the music.
Right. I noticed that the band is very diverse in terms of the members, right? And I saw your band at display at Maximum. That was your guys' first gig.
Yes.
Right. And the way that the band presented itself with the artists, not the band itself, but backing up the artist, was so mind blowing. Tell me a bit about the organizing behind that.
Okay, well, the organizer of the event asked the question about, because the first conversation was for the band to play, and then he was like, well, hey, we have we have Dijo, we have Byron, and we have Dijo and Byron, and it would be nice if the band could back them up. I mean, that was a question. I had the confidence in the members to actually do it, but I had to ask them first. Hey, you guys want to do it? And then the man said, sure, no problem. And then, to be honest, we tried to coordinate the logistics and all that type of stuff. And we had one or two practices.
We had one with the artist, and the band practiced everything else for a week.
So the members would have rehearsed individually, practiced individually. Then they had one practice, and I was actually at the studio at the time, and I came back and I like hearing it from outside. I was like, okay, well, this sounds good, And then when I came in, Dijo was in there sweating. I mean, the AC okay right now, so so everybody in there having a good time, and I think my concern was if the artist was comfortable with the band, and I got that from them, and hearing during sound check and that type of stuff, to actually hear it on a proper system, because in a practice hall it might sound a little different than when you're actually on a full system. And then when we actually at the event listening to the guys on stage, because I wasn't a part of that presentation, but to me it sounded well. And then to the persons around, they would try to make a little communication and say, yo, them guys sound good, and then that was a little bit more motivating in terms of, I mean, we sound good, but I know we can do a lot more better than that if we keep our heads,
Right.
in the right direction.
No, while being there at the event, a well-known promoter was there as well in attendance, and I saw him. He seems very intrigued with the band and the way the band was structured,
Yes.
backing up the local artists, right? And even to the fact that when the band itself started playing, my question to you, during the lockdown, how did you guys even deal with it from a personal standpoint to now connecting as one?
Yeah. Well, from a personal standpoint, to be honest, I was in contact with someone who had COVID and I had to quarantine.
Yeah.
28 days. I mean, that's probably the longest I ever stayed home for.
In a room.
Yeah.
In a room.
Right. And that was the inspiration a lot to motivate you to do things that you never done before. One, nobody would anticipate that we'd have to be locked down in a place for 28 days. Also, that you would not be able to go out and do the things that you're accustomed to do, because I work in entertainment and I enjoy being in entertainment. Work and life is the same thing for me, right? And not even to be able to do that was a bit like unorthodox. And if you look at it, it made me think, by the world ain't end, but it feels so. It feels like the world end in like, the world's supposed to end and everybody's supposed to go away, but like the world end, but you're here still.
You're here.
That's basically how it felt. And it kind of prompted me to say, yo, it's time to do the things that you always wanted to do. But you always like put it off. You put it off because you got this doing, you got that doing, and this kind of thing might be deemed not as important as everything else.
So you basically shed a light.
Yeah, it was like, yo, you have a bucket list and you need to complete it. That was basically it for me.
And the band was a part of the bucket list.
Of course. people who know me would know that is definitely something I've always wanted to do.
Right.
But I never had the time to do it. I mean, as Noel would have said earlier, I would always say, like, my free time, I'd be like, bye, come down, play some rhythm, no, man. And like, that's me just getting, okay, I just complete a couple of projects and know, like, okay, I got a couple hours to play around.
Yeah.
But then after I'm done with that, I gotta go back into being all serious and professional and all that type of stuff. So it was real recreation, and then now we reached to a point where we could actually take it serious and also imply the same skill set that we use on a regular basis. So the same talent and skills that we use to promote any other stuff is the same efforts that we can put into advertising the band, coming up with concepts and creative ways how to put the band forward. And also, it became something, in terms of the connection, it became something for us to do on a weekly basis, because it would be like, hey, bring this drink, I got this drink, and it turned into a little recreation for us. And
a link up.
Yeah, and it was basically just imagine a group of us here saying every Saturday we can come together and play music, and then it turned into an entire band.
All right. Now, with Sugar Mass upon us, right? Did the band had any thought, any moves to create an album or even singles for this Sugar Mass?
Well, yes, definitely. I wanted to do an album. We discussed the possibilities of doing an album, but based on the times that we're in, I mean, it's not business as usual in terms of everybody into the entertainment industry itself. So we may be trying to operate in a regular time where we want to do production and do that type of stuff, but it isn't realistic in terms of the producer's time. The producer might not even have that on his forefront in terms of, hey, we can't facilitate that right now because I got to be working construction because it's a pandemic or, that type of stuff. So it's a weird time to even do stuff like this. I mean, I guess in regular times, bands would also have challenge of getting studio time and that type of stuff. So the album, I think the album might have been a bit more on the challenging end, but we decided that we wanted to do a single, and so singles until we reach the full album count in terms of, you know, like, hey, we have enough time between now until next carnival to say, yo, we have a full album. And then we are trying to cater for a wide enough audience in terms of where we try to push different type of songs or whatever.
Yeah.
So it definitely would be catered to, you know, different islands, different styles, probably different, like, possibly different genres, but more so within the same soca category.
Okay.
And Noel could give you some more insight on that.
Rolex.
Okay. Well, as you said, we're going to be working on singles. Currently, as you said, we have the one that's already finished, produced by Gavin.
It's not totally finished as yet. It's still cooking. That song is called Solidarity, and that's a song that I had written since last year. But unfortunate situation happened where the file got corrupted, because I had done the arrangements as well. The file got corrupted and couldn't access it. Yeah, you know how technology goes.
Yeah, yeah.
And then so basically during the lockdown, I was granted the opportunity to actually redo it, right? And then that's where it was like, okay, well, definitely this song got to come out. And I was in dialogue with a friend of mine in Trinidad, and you know, like, he's a songwriter. He writes for Destro, Marshall, and some other popular artists down there. And I sent it to him, and he was like, "What you need done to this?" Because I was telling him, you know, I got a song or whatever. I want to get into the songwriting thing. This is me just talking out of, you know, just sharing interest or whatever. While he was in Trinidad for Carry Festa, he, you know, took me to Destro's studio, and, you know, I'm over there giving feedback in terms of music. And I'm not really there in that capacity, but just having the knowledge, you know, it was a nice enough discussion, and you basically sit in a room with one of your favorite soca artists, so it was a really great experience.
Yeah, man, definitely.
And so after that experience, I was more kind of compelled to share some music with him, and, you know, basically he was like, man, this song is good. You don't even need to add anything to it. Keep that same, and he said to me, keep that same Sink It style, right? And that was more encouraging to hear that from somebody in a bigger island where we think that we need to sound like them. So I mean, it's great to have your own identity as an island as well. You know, it's okay to have commercial music that can possibly play in certain markets, but once you put something out there that really identifies you, that's our goal.
Yeah,
right?
I like it.
And the song Solidarity basically speaks on togetherness. Everybody basically being together, and 2020 has been a year where we've seen too many falling outs, whether it's social media, whether it's, you know, physical society and that type of stuff, and the elections, the protesting in the US. So in relevant times, the song came to me, and I was like, "Bye, we really need to get this song out." You know that kind of way. So it's like, it made me feel like if this song don't come out this year, it might not be as powerful as it should be, because it needs that kind of messaging. Because, like, being inside and you only have this device, right, and it's somebody on a live cussing, somebody bashing somebody because they vote for this person, or they support a certain political party, then you just have the regular day-to-day animosity amongst people. And so it was just something that made you feel like we need to stop and just come together. Because if we could achieve peace in a certain capacity amongst a set of people, nobody's supposed to be at war.
That's true.
Right? People who have been at it for years could come together and say, hey, we're going to stop the fighting. You know, nobody's supposed to be at war. You ain't even supposed to be fighting over by you step on my foot, or, you know, like, you mash me or you push me, or like different falling outs. Nobody's supposed to be fighting. If we could achieve that, you understand? So that is basically the message behind the song.
Okay.
And we had some challenges in terms of the production that might have set back maybe a couple of weeks. So hopefully it's not too late when we come out with it. I don't think it could be too late, because music don't waste.
Yes,
and
that's true.
then having not a physical carnival, I mean, it kind of does a little bit more in terms of us being able to maneuver
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
try to get it out. But when it comes out, expect a lot. from
Okay.
it, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
man, definitely. I like the fact that you spoke about solidarity, being able to come together, to try get over the one common goal that everybody wants.
Yeah.
Being a part of entertainment in St. Kitts, what you think is the cause for like such division between artists and DJs? Those sort of things. I know you've been a part of the entertainment for quite a while, and you see a couple things, and it's just like, why this had to happen? Like, what is the cause? What is the problem between the industry itself?
Well, I think first of all, it's a very small place.
Mm-hmm.
People tend to not want the best for you when they know who you are.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing to say, but it has some truth to it. And a lot of the rivalry has been going on for a very long time. So I can't even come and say this is the reason why, no. But obviously there has been a lot of stuff going on from generations before us. And it's almost like we inherit the same mentality.
Yeah.
So it's almost like we have to kind of break away from that and try to support one another. Because one full of basket and a team can build, a group of people can build something faster than one man can do it.
Yes.
Right? And it's just we have to create the environment where everyone supports one another.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not an environment where everyone is fighting on one another. And there has been some major improvements, we must say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, once ago it was a lot worse. You put up a flyer for an event,
Mm-hmm.
not even by morning, but you circle back round, somebody don't pull it down.
Yeah, that's true.
And it would be alleged to be maybe another promoter who might have the event on the same night.
Mm.
But no, you see the little communication a bit more now.
Yeah.
With promoters working
Promoters
together.
working together.
And then, I mean, everybody ain't gonna be on the same wavelength, and but you have to commend those who are, and then you have to encourage those who are not.
Mm-hmm.
And also the artists as well. I mean, you're seeing a lot more collaborations that
Yeah.
you may have never seen before. I mean, even persons who've had disputes over the years, you see a lot more dialogue backstage and that type of stuff. Because I mean, working in production, I mean, you spend a lot of time backstage.
Yeah.
And when you see things backstage, it's a lot different when you see things on stage or on trucks. You might think that the biggest bands in St. Kitts, they don't communicate because when you see a band clash on 4th Street, you might
Dividend.
think, you might think, why these people don't even say hello to each other. But then when you see them backstage and they're laughing and they're acknowledging one another, it's a lot more pleasing to know. Well, at least these guys are still one. It's just entertainment. We're just entertaining the fans or whatever. So I mean, from my perspective, I mean, I might be optimistic about it, but I think if everybody work together, we can really achieve a great entertainment industry in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Full.
And I say St. Kitts and Nevis because it's a federation effort, a federation objective, because it's like you see in Nevis, entertainment in Nevis, entertainment in St. Kitts, and you see in the collaborations happening a lot more now. And once we keep it up, the good thing about what is happening now with COVID is like you get some time for introspection. So I'm hoping that everybody within the industry is taking a look within, whether it is in their own camps, externally, and seeing how can we rebuild the industry, restructure the industry now that is basically has taken a hit. The pandemic has really given a hit to the entertainment industry. And as for now, we just need to get back to the drawing board, where we should be at the drawing board right now. And then when everything opens back up, we should be able to function as a full-fledged industry.
All right, Johnny, you've been with the Smarlax band for 9 months. You said.
Yeah, about 9 months.
About 9 months. Let's leave it as a year. Let's leave it as a year.
That's a year in jail.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a child.
Right. So,
yes.
and I heard Brandon touch on it, and he's saying, with dividend, and we as entertainers are here to entertain. How do you feel about the band clashes in Christmas time? And I want to swing the mic to Noel too.
May not lie, as you and I kind of miss them, but them they don't give me goosebumps. But I don't live to just see two bands just meet up right by the treasury and just have at it at each other. But it's just good entertainment, even though it's a little 1-2 joke, but it just exciting to see. To be honest.
What about you? I know you're being in a field.
Yeah, band clash for me is a part of the culture, honestly. And I love to see a good band clash. I love to be in a good band clash. And band clash was fun. I wish we could get more band clash, but we ain't on a carnival this year.
What about you, Brandon?
Well, I've seen a lot of band clashes, even though I wasn't on the mic. Standing up next to the man on the mic. So it's like, it's fun. I mean, if somebody tells me whenever they hear me talking about band clashes, like a total different enthusiasm come out of me, and I like it. Right?
I want to ask you this quick question, right? You as a marketer, let's use that reference. You feel as though that we could have done more here for Sugar Mass virtually in terms of entertainment. And I ask this question because we're on the topic band clash. Now, we've seen Versus. Yeah. And we saw the lights of Patrice Roberts versus Claudette Peter. No, not Claudette, sorry.
From Barbados.
Yeah. Forget your name.
Patrice Roberts.
No.
Alison Hines.
Alison Hines, right? Now, we, as entertainers, I feel as though that we could have done more virtually if that's the aspect. We can't go to party as we like now. Yeah. What are your view on the fact that we could have done more in the entertainment industry virtually?
For Carnival itself?
For Carnival.
Okay.
Because if you take a look at the Carnival calendar, you're seeing things like, steel pan and which is cultural. But what about the entertainment aspect of Carnival? It's not there because we ain't having no Juve, we ain't having no parade, nothing, none of that. Now, we as people now come to appreciate certain things in life and seeing things virtually now. I mean, take for instance when they had vaccine. We go fast back to that. You see how much people was locking into these things.
Definitely.
Why not have a Grandmasters versus Smarlocks clash virtually?
I agree to something like that. I mean, first we must commend the Carnival Committee for at least giving us something. Yeah. Because, I mean, it could have really been a nil period where we didn't get anything at all. I mean, you touch on the steel pan and that type of stuff. I'm happy to see that steel pan is back. I mean, I was a part of the mission in terms of getting steel pan back on the road. We did that for Glow Parade. So now to see that there's a panorama and that type of stuff, even virtually, anytime I see anything with steel pan, I start to smile because I know I was a part of that. So when you work hard for something and you see it start to come to life, it's like, it's a great feeling. And I am totally for seeing more of the bands within the Carnival virtual experience. I think it's something that may possibly come up. I think they were speaking about some DJ competitions and I think there's a virtual Juve. I'm not too certain. Don't quote me on it. But
it's
definitely
it's there.
If anyone is listening from the Carnival Committee or anybody who has close relations, I think that is a good suggestion because now to talk about it when we spoke about band clashes just now, I mean
that could be something.
That's like some like that just makes some excitement here.
That's something exciting. Who want to stay home in the week and see a band clash?
Yeah, so I mean that's something. And then when you say versus is iconic to the entities, and I think we have about 3 to 4 entities that can bring together a show like that. I mean, that would have been around for a longer time. So you have the New Vibes and Grandmasters and Smarlocks and Collision Band and any other entity that they would deem as like a long existing brand.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I would sit down and enjoy something like
Yeah,
that.
me too. Bye.
I mean, I wouldn't.
Session Poil.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Me too.
And I think and I also think that not only locally, but I think a lot of people don't realize that the influence that St. Kitts bands have on the Caribbean itself.
Yeah.
Small island Caribbean, we definitely have a huge presence. Not only of recent, but this has been going on from since Daddy Friday was alive, because our top bands has been on the same cards with Daddy Friday, WCK, Burning Flames, and they dominated places like Miami, New York.
Definitely.
And if you head over to England, it's the same set of people that was doing it. And then we would have had bands over here getting awards for best soca album and that type of stuff. In like 2006, with nominations with Marshall Montana, Edwin Yearwood, and them kind of people. So St. Kitts music is not no stranger to people out there. So it's sometimes we might feel like only because we hear the music here, there's a lot of people out there that appreciate. So I said that to say that, I mean, if we were to put on something like that, just like how when Beanie Man and Bounty Killer had their verses, who knows? Who knows who might subscribe to that? There might somebody in Antigua, St. Martin, Tortola might be like, Small Axe is coming up against New Vibes, or Grandmasters is coming up against Small Axe, vice versa. So I think that can create a great buzz for the carnival itself, especially for the fact that we're not physical and business as usual. So it would, create a platform for us to advertise things like maybe next year carnival.
Build Sugar Mass, build our own Sugar Mass.
Our big 50th year. So I definitely think that's something that can happen, and if it's not in planning already, it's something that we should look into.
Yeah, man, definitely. I like the fact that you're speaking on the heights of innovation. Something at that regard, that would be something to be uphold. I would just spitball. Somebody could just decide to plan next year. You just use all like the farmer bands, like the startup bands. All the old members, and the Sugar Band, and the Small Axe, and the Grandmasters. They got their own clash.
Yeah.
Bring back that old nostalgic
and
feeling.
It doesn't even need to be the typical clash where you are going at
we talk about old school music.
It could
Probably
be
road match for road match or something like
that.
It could just be tune for tune. It doesn't necessarily have to be like exchanging words and of animosity, but just a collaborative effort in terms of this is.
You could basically said like what happened on Music Festival.
Yeah,
when
exactly.
the two
That's a
bands
perfect example.
had to play each other music at a point and then like crossing like that.
Yeah, but more on a virtual level.
Yeah, virtual one to it.
Yeah, so take that idea and run with it. That one there for free.
Yeah,
that one there for free. Anything else? You gotta pay for it.
Yeah,
you gotta pay for it.
Brandon, do you feel the band is getting the support that it needs? I know you guys just start up, but do you feel as though the band is getting the necessary support that it needs?
I would say so. The support and feedback has been really well. I mean, it is challenging to put together a group and put together a band. I mean, in terms of support, if you speak on the financial side, I mean, definitely there's challenges with that. I mean, in terms of getting gigs and playing, I mean, we've had a reasonable amount of feedback after the first gig. I mean, people were really pleased. I mean, the work that we put in, we're basically seeing the fruits of our labor. But there's a lot more work to go into to that. The support is like, we have friends. Each of us have friends, and like they support the fact that you guys are doing something positive, and you guys following your dreams. I know you guys individually, so it's like, somebody see Noel in the band, hey, we got to support this, and somebody see Johnny, same thing, myself and others. And I think you can't really measure support right now because of the constraints in terms of COVID capacity and events and that type of stuff. But the social media support is there. The messages are there, like the phone calls are there, the reviews are there in terms of how the band sound and everything. I mean, people was really taken away from the fact that we played such a variety of music for a group of young individuals. I mean, none of us are over the age of 30. All of us actually under the age of 30. And some a little younger than some, but most of us are in our 20s, right? And playing songs from the 90s and, playing songs from some of the top bands in the Federation and covering them well enough to the people's liking as well as some jam band and Burning Flames. I don't think they would have expected that to come from a group of some young men who just seem to like a lot of rhythm. You know what I mean? The rhythm thing nice, eh? I mean, I love it badly, and I would never tell anybody that I don't like it. But it's good to show that you can do a little bit more than that, and staying true to your culture, and because you can't take that away from St. Kitts. I don't care how many people try to degrade these men just play rhythm or whatever. That's a part of our culture.
Yeah, definitely.
And that is something that we should never gravitate away from. But at the same time, simultaneously, you can offer some more variety of music, some within the same genre. I mean, people say Wireless is they call it Wireless and try to dumb it down and say it's wild music, but if you look at it from the 90s to 2010 and to now, we've had some really good songs to come out of St. Kitts and Nevis, so
that's true.
We just have to explore our own genre within and find the best songs to bring forward and hit people with some nostalgia.
Where do you see the band going in the next 5 years? Where do you want the band to be in the next 5 years?
I would like the band to be around in the next 5 years. God spare life, and also
that's a great statement right there.
That's it.
I just want to be the band I want.
Yeah, because I mean, even tomorrow is far-fetched.
Yes.
But 5 years from now, I would like for us to be a lot more established than we are right now. Well focused, goal driven, and producing some of the top hits would have produced at least some hits over that 5-year period, and enough to build a great franchise and to inspire younger musicians to come and do the same thing, because each of us in here was inspired by at least one band or one musician. So if we can take up that mantle and do the same thing, that would be our objective achieved.
All right. Any last words before we wrap up?
How much words I could say? I would just like to thank the general public. I mean, for sharing their support with us. I mean, for those who came out to hear us thus far, and we have some more gigs coming up. Granting that everything goes well in terms of COVID and that type of stuff, and
definitely.
We've done COVID training and that type of stuff. So we are very much versed in terms of how to deliver entertainment experience under the COVID restrictions and that type of stuff. We did that with the travel seal approval from the Ministry of Tourism. Yeah. So that's something that we took the initiative to do
as a band.
In the instance where things get kind of more constraint and more restrictions get down in terms of entertainment. So that was a really great experience, a great learning experience for us. And we now can, implement that into our performances and that type of stuff moving forward, operating within the pandemic and the state of emergency environment.
All right, Rolex, you?
Well, just thanks to the supporters of any artists and any musicians, especially in this time. That's it. Because we can't really do nothing from where we at. So we still got to keep mental straight.
Yeah. So. Johnny.
Well, I would just want to say thanks for having us on the show, and to all the young musicians out there, must keep their head up still, because it ain't easy. In this band things a lot of knockbout, a lot of fight down, but you just keep your head on, do what you love, and you can't keep a good man down. So good things must come out at the end of the day.
Yeah.
One more thing, Brandon?
Yeah, and one more before we leave. You could follow the band on Instagram. We have an Instagram account, and not yet on Facebook, but you can start by following us on Instagram for more event updates. We might be posting some videos from sound checks and gigs and that type of stuff, as well as if there's anybody out there in the corporate world or entertainment industry that are willing to come on board and sponsor the band. A quick conversation can be, we can have a quick conversation and discuss possible opportunities for you guys, and feel free to support the initiative of a group of young men trying to do something positive.
Contact
asapbandxp@gmail.com. That's for emails and bookings, as well as 668-7658. And anyone listening overseas, 1-869-668-7658. That's the area code.
Nice.
Yeah.
My my view, just before we wrap up, I want to wish you guys full-hearted success going forward. You know what I mean?
Yes,
I mean, I've worked with some of you guys before in the backgrounds of staging and stuff like that. Yeah, work with Brandon. I work with Rolex because of his partake with our ABC collision. I think I work with Johnny with the partake of Small Axe.
Okay.
And I've heard you mention more people in the band, and I've worked with them as well. So it's not like I don't know you guys, and this is the first time I saw you guys.
Yeah.
So for me, I wish you guys wholeheartedly successful. I want to see you guys on the biggest stage, and I must say the biggest stage because I got include Cool Effect right now. You know what I mean? And music festival for sure. So keep that drive, keep that momentum. You guys displayed music that I haven't heard in a long time. So keep that mindset and keep that drive, right?
Which was your favorite song that we displayed?
Look,
Yes.
you trying to put me on the spot, yeah.
Just
Look, yeah. You see, when you're taking medicine, you know,
all of them.
just vibes.
Just one you remember.
One of them.
One of them that catch you.
Not only that, I remember you guys backing up the artists. That was something different because you know a lot of artists shows up with a DJ. So for me, I feel as though artists should always have a band behind them.
Try to get a band behind.
Try to get a band, regardless if you know you got set. You're coming in there with 10 songs, 5 songs, depending on the event. Have a band because some people like the band thing.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, man, definitely. I just want to just reiterate what Button said, you know, just wish y'all the success, you know, and you know, keep the team together, keep the vision together, keep the goals together. Because as you say, with solidarity,
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
yeah, just hold on and just keep it moving, and it's all about success, you know. It's all about success for each other. From time you hit that stage, that's the next opportunity you're creating for the future.
Definitely.
You know. So yeah, man, that's all I want.
All right, so guys, I want to thank the ASAP band for coming through right here at the Music Box. I'm your host, Button.
Yes, sir, and it's last week.
Yeah, man, I forgot we last week today.
Yeah, but the late pass. But yeah.
All right, so good night to you and you Stitch.
Likewise.
We'll be back here next week, Monday.
Oh yeah.
And right here on WinFM 98.9. So keep it locked.